Okay, so Alyson, welcome to one of our lives that we do for the team. So for those who don't know, my name is Dale Hughes. I run the Sack the Boss team. And what we do in Sack the Boss is we help people make money on the side of what they're doing, working from home. So that might be a couple of hours extra working with us while you've got your full-time job. It might be you're currently in the house bringing up kids and you need something you can do in the nooks and crannies of your day. We've got lots of NHS staff work with us, lots of teachers, lots of police officers. So it's earning money on the side of whatever you do, with lots and lots of help and support. So I've got Alyson on the call today, and the reason we wanted to have a quick chat with Alyson is she very recently hit quite a good promotion in our business. So we would first of all wanted to recognise you for doing that, Alyson. Well done.
Thank you.
So for folk who don't know who you are, would you mind just introducing yourself?
Hi, I'm Alyson. I've been a customer with UW for over 10 years, actually.
Is that right?
Yeah, I have, yes. Only just recently come across the earning side of it, so I'm quite kind of glad I came across that. I live in Ayr. Was supposed to be married by now, but COVID stopped that, unfortunately. Got two kids, one at 16, one at 1. Don't know who's worse or who's more difficult, the terror tot or the teenager. And I used to do beauty by trade, beauty, hairdressing, makeup, done that by trade, but the pandemic kind of stopped that as well. Right. So now I'm looking for something to completely make me stay at home and not miss out on the glorious years of terror twos.
Yeah, God, that must be a really busy house with the age gap between those two kids.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it can be.
Yeah, okay. Right, so you've been a customer with UW. So for those who don't know, if you're watching us and you've never came across us before, Sack the Boss is the name of a team. We're all partners with UW, Utility Warehouse. It's one of the UK's largest companies, and it provides the UK's cheapest energy. Boring stuff, right? But everyone needs energy, so you may as well pay the least for it, and you can only access that through a Utility Warehouse partner. There's about 50,000 UW partners all over the United Kingdom, and the team I run, as I say, is called Sack the Boss. So if you're not familiar with us, that's what we do. So first of all, if you do know Alyson and you would like to have some more money in your life, make sure you send her a private message, because she can send you a copy of her video, which is Ben Fogel, and he'll explain the income side of things. So Alyson, you were a customer first. Yep. When you signed up to Utility Warehouse to be on the cheapest energy in the UK, were you offered the ability to make money, or was it just the customers showing?
No, it was just the side of it. Actually, it was a girl who knocked on my door over 10 years ago, and signed me up. I only took energy. The irony, that's all I took. I wasn't fully aware of the insurance, the broadband, mobiles. I wasn't aware of the multi-service potential on it.
Right.
I just signed up for that. And then it wasn't until one of my nephew asked me to do a supported call, because he'd come across UW, that I realised that it was a supported call with yourself. He was doing Dell, and then you told him about the earning potential. I overheard it and thought, I want a bit of that. And being a Utility Warehouse customer for over 10 years, I kind of knew the company, and I knew I was with it anyway, so why not make money off it?
Yeah, you could trust it because you knew the brand.
Yeah.
And sometimes, that's quite funny, because there's a lot of people when they hear about Sack the Boss or UW, it almost sounds too good to be true, because they've never heard of the brand. Yeah. And the only reason they haven't heard of Utility Warehouse is they don't advertise. They don't waste customers' money on TV adverts, radio, newspaper. The only way you get access to them is through a partner, but it gives you much cheaper utility services than anyone else can do. So what was the reason? What made you the decision to join? What were you looking for out of your UW position? Because you paid £10 to become a partner, didn't you?
Yeah, it was only a tenner. Well, I've been in networking for over 10 years, but I've always stuck to what I knew, like beauty related.
Right.
But then I've also got a debt collection background as well, so I've kind of got a bit of financial background. And it was when I heard you saying it was the £1,400 in one night somebody there, and I thought, how do you do that? And I want that. I heard that, and that was just it. I just thought, for a tenner, do you know what? I'm going to give it a go. And having been involved in different networking companies, the difference with UW is it's the residual income for me is the game changer. It's the knowing that my kids aren't going to have to worry about a paycheck. It's knowing that even the customers I've signed up now I'm getting paid over and over again for the work that I've done, and it's going to be there for me continually. I mean, every time one of my customers switches on the lights or turns their heating on or it scrolls on their phone to look in the broadband, using the broadband, it's just a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Me too. That was why I thought I'd never came across. Now, there'll be some people who watch this and they don't understand what royalty income or residual income is. Do you want to explain that?
Well, it's basically it's getting paid over and over again for work that you do once. So, for example, sign up a customer, get your lovely customer bonus, and then after that, you get paid a percentage of their bill for as long as they're a lifetime customer. And so it means that I'm never starting the month on zero again, and I'll earn money while I'm sleeping. I don't have to worry financially, really.
That is the difference between having a job. Now, don't get me wrong, we all need jobs. Jobs give us that money that help us pay the bills. But eventually we should have something else in place that is paying us when we sleep. And that is that royalty aspect that you're talking about. When somebody pays their utility bill to Utility Warehouse head office down in London, they're going to pay that every month. And if you were the person that signed them up, you got a tiny percentage of their bill paid to you as an ongoing commission. So the more people that you help get onto the UK's cheapest energy, the bigger that check becomes for you month after month, year after year. And it's a willable asset. So when you do pass, hopefully that's in a long time, but when you do decide to depart this earth, that income passes on to your children.
Yeah, and that's a good thing as a mother. That's a good thing to be able to know that my kids aren't ever going to have money worries. That even though you've got your life insurance that you take out because you've obviously been a parent, but it's the whole that they have that coming in every month.
Yeah.
And they won't have to worry about it. And it will continue to build because you have a team underneath you that are doing the same. So that'll, even though you're not here, that royalty income will still continue to build for your children. And I've not came across a company that can offer that in the networking industry that I've been in until I came across realising what Utility Warehouse can do.
Now, what's the recent promotion that you just got?
It's Senior Qualified Distributor.
And just to explain, because there'll be some team members that will see this as well, and maybe they haven't achieved that yet. Can you just explain what you had to do to become an SQD?
You have to have your 6 customers, personal customers, and I've got 2 partners who have each got 1 customer each, which can be the partners can be them. The partners can be the customer themselves as well.
So you've helped 6 people access the UK's cheapest energy.
I've actually helped a wee bit more than that, but yeah.
I know you have, but it's more for the promotion. So
more for the promotion, yeah.
six people onto the UK's cheapest energy, which, let's be honest, in this horrible climate, when everyone's panicking about the bills going up, who wouldn't want to be on the cheapest tariff? So you've helped at least 6. And then so now you're at the position where you're starting to help other people build their own income stream. Yeah,
my focus now more is to help other people see how beneficial it is to be being part of Utility Warehouse and how that residual income can help.
And that's where the magic is, you know. It's all about helping, because some folk will look at this as a sales position. They might think, oh, I'm not a salesperson. This isn't, you don't have to sell to some, if somebody doesn't need to be sold gas and they don't need to be sold gas and electricity. We're all paying that. Like you say, we're all paying broadband, we're all paying mobiles. So now it's not about selling something, it's about saying to somebody, you pay up here, how's about paying down there? It's really just showing people an alternative method, an alternative company to pay with, more reliable as well. So now that you've got a little bit more experience, how are you thinking about moving forward? 2023, what do you think it's going to hold for you? It's going to hold a lot of personal development, definitely. A lot of personal development. And I want to be a lady who lunches. I don't want to work constantly. I want to be able to go out and have lunch every day with my pals, or decide this week I'm just decided to stay in Arran for a week because I can. And just that time freedom to have, and to keep going with that, and to help people get that as well. And to see, and especially mother to mothers as well, and families to have that, dads as well, obviously, but have that little bit of extra security and peace of mind. And is it easy?
Yeah, some days yes, some days no.
So what does a hard day look like? And I'm asking this because if people are wanting to join and get involved, we're as well being honest with them. It's not get rich quick. And for
No.
people who maybe are watching this that are already in the team, it's better that they hear real stories from somebody that's getting a little bit of success. So what does a hard day look like?
Oh, self-doubt can creep in quite a lot. And then, for example, the wee man not going for a nap as long as I want him to, or do you know what I mean? Or him being quite moany, or getting the time just to do appointments, or my partner having to unexpectedly go on a call at night when I've obviously not, and then I need to deal with the wee man putting him to bed. So it can, but the self-doubt is definitely a one that I'm trying to change this year, definitely. But it can, some days can be quite refocus and trying to refocus myself.
Yeah, I think the difference, certainly what I learned, is because you're paid on your performance rather than being paid on just turning up. Because if you've got a job, they pay you £10 an hour, for example. And if you've got a hangover, it's just about getting to the end of the day and you'll still get your dough. Whereas if you've got a hangover in this, you might be tempted to cancel any appointments you've got in your diary. You can't be bothered doing them. But that then impacts your income. Now, again, for people who are watching, what is it you actually do? So how do you help somebody save money? What are you doing with people?
I just sit and I show them the information. It's as simple as that. I show them through
face-to-face, online. What do you do?
Mainly I do online purely because that suits my lifestyle. Face-to-face, I can talk to people. I will talk to people when I'm out and about. Baby classes is a big thing that I've spoke to. I can speak to people there. But mainly mine's online and through my personal contacts and personal connections. I tend to do online mostly. And I connect with them and show them a presentation to show them the information. And it's as simple as that. And they make I give them all the information and they make a decision themselves based on that.
And some people say no, thank you.
Yep.
You bet your bottom dollar they do.
But they do.
Some folk also say yes, please.
Oh yes, they do. The people that see it, that realise it, then they're straight on board. No questions asked. I've had customers who will sign up instantly, and I've had customers who have taken 2 or 3 days, or even a few contacts. In fact, I've had some that have taken a couple of months to come round and see what it is.
Yeah, because sometimes it sounds too good to be true. How can this company that they've never heard of all of a sudden be so good that it can supply all of their household bills and stick it on one statement? In my head, when I first came across it, nah, no chance. I've never heard a company that can do that. But when you do your own research, that is real. Okay, look, I don't want to go much more than 15 minutes. So what would you say if somebody was having a wee look at this video, watching, the chat we're having, and they want to make some money or they need to make some money? What would you suggest they do?
Contact me.
Do you, and because you've got information that they can get a wee look through?
Contact me, let me know, and just have a look for yourself and see what you think, and just see how easy it is, and don't be put off by thinking that you can't do it. But it's just all about information, really. Just you need to see the information to see what it's about first, and then make your decision from there. But contact me would be the easiest way.
Good. Listen, I think, our stats show us as a company, more people than ever are contacting UW because they're starting to realise that why would I keep swapping time for money at a rate of £10 an hour? What's the maximum you can earn as a UW partner for helping somebody swap over?
£400.
£400. So, and if you were on £10 an hour, that means you need to work 40 hours to generate £400. That's basically a whole week. Yeah,
my highest was one customer at £350. That was joyful.
How long did that take to do that customer sign up?
It took less than an hour.
Right. Okay. So that's what we're offering. It's the difference. If you do what you've always done, which is go and work at jobs at £10 an hour, then you'll constantly have to work 40 hours a week to make £400. And nothing's going to change for that person if they just keep on doing that. Whereas what we're suggesting is have your job and keep it, but do an hour or two a week with us on the side, so that instead of getting £400 a week, you're getting £800 a week.
Yep.
Because you can easily do this around a job or around a busy life or family. Right, listen, Alyson, thanks for coming on, and
You're
really well
welcome.
done in SQD. So the next one for you would be
FTL.
future team leader. Good. And that comes, so many,
250. The £250 bonus.
a £250
Yeah.
bonus if you hit that, and then team leader, it's another £300 bonus.
Yep.
Brilliant. And yeah, listen, Alyson, it's great to have you part of the team. You're doing fantastic. Thanks for jumping on, because I do like to interview people that are hitting success, because at the end of the day, it's your story that people want to hear. They don't want to hear me blethering away. They want to hear what's happened when people join, if they're getting success or not. So thank you so much for jumping on.
You're very welcome.
Enjoy the rest of your time in Arran. And when are you back over?
Sunday.
Oh, good. Right. Okay. Well, when we get, we'll see you at the Burns Buzz, hopefully.
Well, yep, you will do. Definitely.
Right. Good. Okay. Listen, thanks for doing the video.